I guess I've always been really empathetic to this issue, but I did not know I couldn't actually feel how hard it is to be outside and be cold and be exhausted. I'm Brenda Siegel. I ran for governor in 2018, and I'm a policy advocate, so I often work on policy frequently around substance use disorder, but also economic justice and houselessness as well. Josh and I have been doing this since the start, and we will be here till the end. And we wanted to tell you a little bit about how it's going. So if you don't know yet, we are on the State House steps until the governor fully extends and reinstates the GA motel program. The governor's administration announced that they had a plan for homelessness. It wasn't, first of all, much of a plan. Second of all, the safety right now, the protection right now is only for the people who are currently utilizing the GA motel program. And even if they aren't able to do that and they have to include other people with disabilities, it still cuts out all other people experiencing homelessness. So there's over 1,000 people that were exited from the program in July, and they are not being included in the governor's plan. And so that's not really a plan for homelessness as far as I'm concerned. And so we wanted to tell you a little bit about how it's been going. We had a pretty rough day yesterday because big, huge rainstorm, and it got everything wet. And then, but we had people who came and dried it for us, and we had, and we're very aware that people who are experiencing homelessness don't have that. The first night I was scared. I was just Josh and I here, and we laid down to go to sleep, and I said, I'm scared. And we actually put on some YouTube, which is something that we have a luxury of being able to do, to be able to just feel a little more like there was something normal happening right then. But here's the reality: this is normal for a lot of people.
For the better part of 3 weeks, I have been sleeping on the State House steps with my colleague and lived experience expert, Josh Lisenby. We had an eventful day today. After almost 3 weeks, we were able to get a meeting with Commissioner Sean Brown. The governor still has not agreed to meet with us. For those of you that don't know, he's the commissioner of DCF, who oversees economic services, who decides whether or not people are denied the service of housing. We had hoped that we would come back to you with some good news, but we have none to report. The system is broken. A big part of the problem is that it is designed to fail. That when folks are too frustrated, they decide that meeting their own demise would be better than this unbeatable wrestling match for services that they do qualify for. A single person freezing to death this year when we had the tools to prevent it is way too many. Together, let us ensure that we are the Vermont we always say we are. The governor always says we are. To the governor, I ask you to keep our community members safe and housed this winter. Until then, you can find me on the steps of the State House.